You wake up and realize what a nightmare you've been living.
What is this shit? Any schemes?
Or what else?
You pass the game and choose the easiest level. Oh my god, did he connect with cryptography or what? Everyone was talking. I said, when everyone is talking, you have to go there. In other words, you don't have to listen to anyone.
They're still living in Esquerreja, but at least they're driving the Range Rover. In this video, we'll be questioning Vladimir Kostyutin with all the stress. This is a man who is preparing to visit the next retreat in Jamaica, my friend. And I talk a lot about when you develop, your energy level increases. Some people start to distance themselves from you, and some people start to listen to you and do something. Look, Volodya has moved into a normal car. He hasn't spent any time training with me yet, but he's already moved into the Range Rover. For some reason. Now let's ask him why he decided to go to retreat. And how he pushed himself to change his life. Volodya, tell us how you lived and why you decided to change your life.
Hello everyone, he's the culprit. Alexandre Saveliev, who we all see on Instagram, YouTube and all over the world. And when you start to change your life very fast and very quick, you can't not want that. And when you're walking on the old Pradica 5 or 6 years, and then Sasha says he's taking the Rolls Royce, you wonder, why am I riding in the Pradica? What's that?
Look, the question is why. Look, we have some acquaintances. There are people who had the opposite reaction, like condemnation, but you have a push like to change your life, yes? Just share your messages.
Well, for a long time I've been looking for how to change myself, how to make myself better, to develop myself. If you're going, I see that you're going in the right direction. I see that you're developing. You're going to the life I dream of. For me, that's close, and consequently, I want to go after you as if you were.
And that is, there's some inner impulse that gets in the way, and you have the feeling that you're doing something right. It may be wrong, but they resonate with you.
In the beginning, there was some kind of wrong resonance. You're thinking, what is this? Any schemes? Or what's going on?
Yes, yes.
But then I realized that these are programs made up in my head. You start to eliminate, dismantle, and realize that everything is different. That it's not necessary to put other people, your own affirmations to use. For example, you have to think about whether you want to be like that and what you've done. Ask yourself to go through the steps, do the same, and it will be, I think, all the same.
And what Volodya is talking about now, when I started posting videos from Jamaica, when you set the alarm and the teacher's plants turn off. These virus programs. And you wake up and realize that you've lived a nightmare, then you realize that the whole world is asleep, that it doesn't matter who thinks about you because there are no people. You start having fun. And what Volodya said now, that's his virus program, which included his resistance program. There were a few moments like he went crazy and something else, right? Yes, yes. How long did it last, and for how long did you move out? This is important for people because for many people at this stage, rest happens, they go to the trial and don't want to change their life. It's a cycle it wasn't long.
For a few days I've tried to quickly put these messages out of my mind because they shock me. And every negative moment shocks me even more. I just tried not to think about it, that it was something bad.
Could you control the messages? Do these bad messages come from your conscience, or do they come from somewhere?
They don't come from conscience.
They're coming for good. Oh, super!
They immediately appear. You look there, what you've posted is related to cryptocurrencies, and you think, my God, he's connected with cryptocurrencies. With what? I didn't feel it, I didn't think about it, and it came to me immediately.
This is how the demons that stay with us in our subconscious work. They are completely connected to our thinking apparatus. And in fact, humanity doesn't have the capacity to think, it can only come. What we have now is a thinking machine that works, it's completely destroyed. And the most interesting thing, if we talk from the point of view of energy, is that in a mystical way it happens. For example, I went through an awakening and became a taught man who can awaken other people. And it starts to work in a way that the souls of the other people for whom you are a mentor, even if you can't approach them, they start to react in some way, they start to do something. And here, how many years ago, right, Volodya? He also had a standard of living that didn't change, but I didn't push you. Please tell me how it all came together. Everything came together in an easy way. I mean, if you felt any help, I don't know. From above, that something has become easier, that something is happening to you, something mystical, incomprehensible.
It's been going on for a month now, and the moment you arrived we talked, I heard some advice from you. I decided I needed to act faster. They took the Prada, they took the Range Rover, they apologized to everyone. I said, when you apologize to everyone, you have to go there, you don't have to listen to everyone. And for the last month, maybe a little longer, I've been talking to Sasha about how life goes like this, as if you played a game and chose the easiest level, and you go with great joy. And you get through everything, you don't get in the way anywhere. It's probably a mystique.
In fact, it's not mystique, it's reality. Imagine how much we've been deceived and forced to live in a place of slavery. In fact, in your own mindset, you can't even control your own messages. Life must be slow, it must be touching, it must be creative. When you create something, ideas come. We now also talk about YouTube. I say, why don't you launch a YouTube channel and see how the messages come together immediately? He says, I thought about it yesterday. The field is common, the information is common, guys. That's why I say that the only problem is that the device doesn't work. Tell me why you wanted to go on the retreat. What drove you?
What drove me was his transformation. I see how you move. I had been tired all my life. I wanted something new, and I saw how you had changed, so I realized that I also had to go there and I wanted to do it.
Are you afraid?
I was afraid at first when I was making the decision, but when the decision was made firmly, the fear disappeared.
And, as it happens, another life hack: when you make the decision with your heart, you feel you have to go there. And one more witness: when you need to understand exactly that this is a good decision, you all start talking badly about yourselves. Have you been spoken to?
I didn't tell anyone much, just my wife, but she didn't tell me.
We have acquaintances together. Has anyone said anything bad about you?
Known together, nobody knows.
You don't know, okay.
You'll find out soon enough.
So if you've decided to change your life, friends, it's best not to talk about it too much.
Just do it, and yes, first you have to do it, and then you can tell me when I've done it.
Yes, and show them the result, and then, as if that's all, they won't have to tell me, because you've already experienced this new life. And me too, that you can't force anyone to change their life, you can't inspire anyone. For example, one of my friends, probably 90%, they get in the way and condemn what I do. And 10% of people listen and their lives immediately begin to change. And I can't do anything with this process. I love and adore them, but you can't make a person change, because first they have to want to give up their virus programs. So friends, this is what will happen to you. And those videos you're watching will also affect your consciousness. Because here there is also energy, advice, spirits, plants, and teachers. It's all here. Many of you will meet us by chance. And now we have a scheme. We will have our own retreat center. We'll have our own laboratory. I've already drawn the whole scheme. And the whole of science, because when 6 million people wake up, what do you do with them? They need to be taught. And when you have these global objectives, it's much easier to make money. Volodya has yet to take us to a normal place in life, because they still live in Skvoreshniki. But at least they're already in a Range Rover.
No, Range Rover is the level. You go out, you go somewhere, you feel different. The state of energy is different when you're in a Prado and when you're in a Range Rover.
That's what I call killing the fireman himself. That's why I wish everyone would move soon. You can go in a Range Rover, better in a Rolls Royce.
And many others.
Yes, Kalinin, for example, has many machines. And at first enjoy life. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you should do so. There will soon be more useful content. And Volodya will be the hero of the documentary film. We'll show you how it all happens. How the transformation will take place. Then I'll teach them. I'll show them the results. And you will see all this. So that's it. Until the next video, bye.